In the latest chapter of the beloved sci-fi saga, tensions rise and futures are pretty much forged. Today we're joined by Freya Allan, who stars as May in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. From challenging power dynamics to embarking on journeys that question the very fabric of society, Freya's here to kind of share the world of apes that rule and humans linger in the margins. Welcome to the show, Freya. How are you, my friend?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Planet of the Apes is a series that I've been a big fan of, all of them, every single one pretty much. Can you share with us like how you approach developing the character of May? What aspects of her personality or story kind of resonated with you the most?
I mean, I basically did what I usually do, which is come up with a backstory. I was rereading the script, and every time I kept coming up with new questions. I had a whole list, and so I would go and nag the producers and Wes for answers, and a lot of those answers we actually came up with together, because there were certain personal elements of her backstory that weren't figured out, and so that kind of gave me the freedom to figure that out and create that myself, which was what really kind of rooted me when shooting began, because I had all of these personal stories to sort of anchor me and give more than just what was on the page to this character.
And you have to work with a lot of practical effects mixed with CGI. How did these elements influence your performance?
Well, I mean, we were lucky to actually be able to go on location for the majority of the shoot. So I feel like it's always the best when you actually get to be, on the real, like in the real thing, out in the wilderness, and a lot of that, some of that work is done for you then, because you can just take a moment to look into the distance and just like really believe that you're there. So that was amazing, and I think a lot of people think that we did a lot of like green screen stuff on this, but we really didn't. We were on location constantly.
And every role pretty much presents its own challenges. What are some of the most demanding scenes for you to shoot, and what made those particularly challenging?
I would say there's two physically demanding, the human hunt, and then there's a sequence with the water that I'm in, and they were physically draining, but in the best way. I mean, I love doing all that stuff. I find it really exciting, but I definitely went home with a lot of bruises, and then emotionally, it was probably the one of the last scenes of the movie between May and Noah, because we were shooting that was my second scene, I think, and so starting with the end of the film was quite stressful, but we got through it, and it's a lovely scene. So, but that was demanding.
Freya Allan, thanks for joining me this morning. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is now in theaters, and you can check that out in theaters in both IMAX and regular screenings. Thank you for joining me, Freya.
Thank you so much. Bye.